2.3, we talk about direct variation. Direct variation is a relationship between x and y, where if one changes, the other one changes. Not necessarily equally, but it changes with it. Okay, so in a linear equation, when it has the form y equals kx, that's important. That's like what we're basing everything today off of. Y equals k times x. Where k is any number except 0, that represents direct variation. The slope of these direct variation, it is constant, okay? It never changes. Okay, which for linear equations, that's true for all of them. All linear equations, the slope is constant. When we get to curves and stuff, that's because the slope is changing as we go. All right, so for linear equations and for direct variation, the slope is constant. So for the variables x and y, we can move things around from this equation. We can divide x to the other side to get that k equals y divided by x. Okay, it still equals this. It's still got the same values. We just made it look different. So instead of y by itself, we have k by itself. This gives us that the ratio y over x equals the slope. So k is the slope. We call it the constant, or the other term for it is the constant of variation. That blank really isn't long enough, sorry, but constant of variation. So when your homework asks you to find the constant of variation, you are trying to find k. Okay. K is the constant variation. All right, let's do the example. For each function, determine whether y varies directly with x. So we're either going to say yes, it varies directly with x, or no, it doesn't vary directly with x. If it does vary directly with x, find the constant of variation and write the equation. So first of all, we have to figure out if it varies directly with x. We know that if it does, then y will equal k times x, or we could say that k equals y over x. So for these 3 points, those are points like 2, 8 is point, 3, 12, 5, 20. So for those 3 points, if k always equals the same number for those 3, then it varies directly. So we need to see if what the k equals. Okay, so what for the first one, y divided by x is 8 over 2. What does that equal?
That's about 4.
That's 4, okay. For the next one, we've got 12 divided by 3, which is 4. And then 20 divided by 5? 4. Just 4. So do they all match?
Yeah, pretty
Yes,
close.
since they match, that means y varies, that looks like a different word, varies directly with x. What is our constant of variation? What does k equal? 4.
4.
All right, and then it told us to write the equation. Well, all you have to do is take that k, take the k,
Okay.
and plug it in right there. So y will equal 4 times x is our equation.
Ooh, the next one we're gonna have troubles. Why? 'Cause
Why are we going to have troubles on the next one?
she's the same thing.
We're going to do the same thing. So let's see.
It's just not
So all the k's are going to be y divided by x. For the first one, what's 4 divided by 1?
Oh, it's about 4.
That's 4. Okay, the next one, 7 divided by 2.
That's about 3.5. Yeah.
That's 3.5. Do those match?
Nah.
No. We can stop there and say y does not vary directly with x.
So no troubles. Makes it easy. Why
Or you could say
vary
no direct variation, if you want to say it that way.
directly.
Since the K's don't match, that means the slope is not the same, so no direct variation.
Choose.
All right, we good on those. Okay, just do y divided by x. If they match, you're good. If they don't,
No.
you're done.
No.
All right, now we're gonna identify it from an equation. We did it from points, now we'll do it from an equation. So determine whether y varies directly with x. If so, find the constant. What is the constant of variation in our formula? What letter? K.
Alright.
Okay, so if it does, then we need to find k. Now our equation for direct variation is y equals k times x. So if we can get this equation into y equals, we'll be able to see if it's a direct variation or not. Divide by 3, so we can get y by itself. Y equals 2 divided by 3 times x. Does that look like our formula?
Oh,
Yeah, it does. What does k equal?
2/3.
You are correct. So our answer is y varies directly with x.
Y varies directly with 2/3.
Directly with x, and the constant of variation is 2/3.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Now the next one,
It's already done.
it's already in y equals. Okay, so does it look like our formula?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know. What's the no part?
Plus 3.
That plus 3, okay? That means no direct variation.
See, I got that wrong.
So for our direct variation, for all of them, what is our y-intercept? 0, right? It's that plus b, it's not there, so that means it was 0. So it has to be 0. This one was 3, doesn't work. Okay, so it has to start at 0 when you graph it. All right? Still doing good? Yes? All right. Word problem. A dripping faucet of water wastes a cup of water if it drips for 3 minutes. The amount of water wasted varies directly with the amount of time the faucet drops. Okay, so it just told us a relationship here. Okay, so we say y varies directly with x. So y is going to be our water wasted. So I'm going to put a y by that. Okay, and that varies directly with the amount of time. So that's going to be x. The faucet drops. We have to find the constant of variation k and write an equation to model the direct variation. So we know that this is going to fit into our formula y equals k times x. Y is our amount of water. X is the amount of time. So we got to figure out k. We need some numbers in here. So maybe that first sentence can give us some numbers. A dripping faucet of water wastes a cup of water. So y for a cup, we'll say that that's 1. So 1 cup. And when x is 3. Okay, so we can use those to find k. Remember, we can move things around, so k is y over x. So k equals 1 divided by 3.
There you go.
Okay, well that's part of our answer. Now, we have to get the equation, so what do we do? Just y equals, instead of k, write 1 over 3, x, and then you're done. Now remember, direct variation, there's no plus whatever hanging off the end.
I got you, though.
All of your equations are going to end with x. Just think about that. If you leave that faucet dripping for an hour, so 60 minutes, What's 60 divided by 3?
Oh, that's about 20.
20. So in 1 hour, you would waste 20 cups of water. How much is that? Like,
That's like 20 cups of water.
how many cups are in a gallon?
About 8, 16.
16? Maybe?
8.5, right?
Okay, anyways, it's a lot. Right? So
Yeah.
don't leave your faucet dripping so much.
Half gallon.
Alright, let's do the last one. We're using a proportion. Suppose y varies directly with x. Okay, so we know that we can use the formula y equals k times x. And if we need it, we can use the formula k equals y divided by x. Okay, both of those apply anytime that y varies directly with x. X is 27 when y is negative 51. So that's a point. 27, negative 51. We need to find the x when y is negative 17. So this is what we need to figure out. Well,
27 over x equals tan 51 over 17.
yes, you can do that. I'm going to do, you can do it several ways. I'm going to do where the k's equal each other, right? Because it's direct variation, so the k's have to match. So k is y over x. So negative 51 over 27 equals negative 17 over our x that we don't know.
Oh, then we gotta use
Your way would work too, what you said.
27.
Aha! Tanyan's already going with the butterfly method. Y'all remember that? I like this thing. I don't know why. So we'll have that negative 51x equals, what's negative 17 times 27? Negative 459. Then we just divide by negative 51.
So x equals
Positive 9. X equals 9. So when x is 9, y is negative 17. And then you're done. You could set that up, solving for x, several different ways. If you wanted to, you could figure out that first k, plug it in up here with negative 17 as the y and solve for x. You could do these ratios set equal to each other. You could do it lots of different ways. All right. So you have, I think, a full 24 questions for homework. You've got some time to do it now, and then we'll also work on it tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
we'll just do it tomorrow.
seniors, y'all remember that y'all will be gone during this class. Juniors during third, sophomores during fourth.